So the wait is nearly over. We're only 7 days away from the Rams playing football again against the Seahawks, and this is going to be our starting lineup prediction for that game. Let's get into it. So here we are on the Rams wire, and you can see projecting Rams depth chart for week 1 versus the Seahawks. So this is going to be coming from the Rams wire and whoever made this article, and I'm going to be giving you guys my thoughts, especially with the Cooper Kupp injury that has come out, whether or not he plays. We're going to be basically seeing who is going to be starting, and I'm going to be predicting who is starting and how those players will help us in this game. So yeah, first off, let's go over what they have to say. Since the start of the preseason, the Rams have had an unofficial depth chart available for the public to see, but this is not going to be what the actual depth chart is. But with the 53-man roster now set, the depth chart could look a bit different. We've also traded for a cornerback, and we've also traded for a lineman, so that could shake things up as well. Although I'm not sure if our new additions will be starting right away. Ahead of the Rams season opener against the Seattle Seahawks on September 10th, we're taking a look at the team's depth chart and projecting who the starters will be, who will work as backups, and in a reverse role. Not a ton has changed since the start of training camp, but a few players have risen up the depth chart into starting roles, including Akella Witherspoon and Byron Young. They were pretty much starting at the beginning of the preseason, but that's neither here nor there. Here's how we project the depth chart to look for the start of the regular season. So first off, we're going to have the quarterback. We're going to have Matthew Stafford starting and Stetson Bennett backing him up. Now, Stetson Bennett obviously did not have a very good end to the preseason. The first game was great. Second 2 games, not as much, but he's still the backup. So hopefully Matthew Stafford doesn't get hurt, because it seems like Stetson Bennett definitely needs a year under Stafford to kind of learn a bit more before he's ready to be a starting quarterback or even close to that in the NFL. For running back, we're going to have Cam Akers. This is no surprises so far. Our backup's going to be Kyren Williams. Third string Ronnie Rivers, he had a very strong preseason. This makes sense. We could even use him as a goal line back at times. I could see that happening. And then Zach Evans on the reserve. Wide receiver, we're going to have Cooper Kupp. We're going to have Van Jefferson and Tutu Atwell. I think that Puka Nacua can definitely slide into that starting spot right there. But even if he doesn't, I think he will get a good amount of run. So Puka Nacua going to be behind Van Jefferson there. And then Demarcus Robinson also most likely going to be playing in the slot, him and Tutu. Puka Nacua can definitely play in the slot as well, though. He's going to be kind of a plug-and-play guy. If Cooper Kupp cannot play, I think that Ben Skoranek could definitely get the start early, although I think him and Puka Nacua can definitely split that time pretty evenly in the game. So we'll see what happens there. If Cooper Kupp doesn't play, Ben Skoranek will most likely get the next starting spot. However, if it's Puka Nacua, I would really like that as well. Demarcus Robinson's going to play plug and play, especially if Cooper Kupp's out. He'll definitely be contributing to that offense as well. Tight end, we're going to have Tyler Higbee starting. This is going to be his contract year, I believe. So hopefully we can get a lot of run out of him and a lot of production out of him. We're also going to have Bryson Hopkins backing him up. This year we're going to have 4 tight ends with Hunter Long and Davis Allen. Davis Allen had a very good game in the preseason. Not as good of one in the third game, but no one really had a good game the third game of the preseason, so it doesn't really matter too much. But hopefully we can see more of Bryson Hopkins this year, because he's a very interesting player. Left tackle, we're going to have Alaric Jackson. Left guard, Steve Avila. Very excited to see how he does in his NFL debut. Center, Coleman Shelton. I think Brian Allen could get that possibly. I'm not sure if it's been announced. Haven't kept up on that center position battle. But then we have Tremaine Ankrum Jr. I think that Kevin Dotson won't be starting yet. I just made a video on 2 days ago about why I think that Kevin Dotson should start. But I don't think he will be starting yet, sadly. So hopefully, I don't want Tremaine Ankrum to do bad, but I would like to see Kevin Dotson out there just because he's such a good pass blocker. But maybe week 2 or 3, we'll see him starting in that position. But we'll see what happens. Right tackle, we're going to have Rob Havenstein. So we're going to have Joseph Noteboom backing up Larry Jackson, Zach Thomas, Brian Allen, Kevin Dotson, and Warren McClendon Jr. as our backups. This depth chart hasn't changed a ton since the start of the offseason. And yeah, pretty much this goes over what I just talked about. So let's move on to the defense. Defensive tackle, we're going to have Aaron Donald, nose tackle, Bobby Brown the third, Ernest Brown the fourth at defensive end. For our backups there, no surprises here, really, although Kobe Turner could get that starting nose tackle spot over Bobby Brown. it's or he could start at end as well. It kind of just depends. They might just shuffle things up right there. But then we're also going to have Laurel Murchison, Kobe Turner, and Jonah Williams backing him up. And Kobe Turner could possibly get a start. It depends how practice goes this week. Outside linebacker, we're going to have Michael Hoyt and Byron Young starting there. Byron Young being a rookie. I'm extremely excited to see if we got a good one there. We're also going to have Nick Hampton, another rookie, backing up, and then Zach Van Valkenburg, who did very well in the preseason and earned himself a spot on the team. So shout out to him. Inside linebacker, we're going to have Ernest Jones, Kristen Roseboom, and then Jake Hummel. I'm very excited to see Jake Hummel. I hope he plays a bit just to see if he can flash. He had that nice pick 6 in the preseason. So I'd like to see him to see if he's going to flash a bit as well. Cornerback, we're going to have Akel Witherspoon, Darion Kendrick, Kobe Durant. I think that Travius Hodges-Tomlinson will start over Darion Kendrick, but we'll have to see what they go with there. At the nickelback, Kobe Durant and then Sean Jolly will be backing him up. And we also just traded just picked up Duke Shelley. So pretty solid pickup there. He had a very good year with the Minnesota Vikings in 2022, and I hope that, if he does get some play, he can shine again. I believe he had like 3 interceptions, if I'm not mistaken, or at least a ton of pass breakups in that little span that he was playing for the Vikings. So definitely a little wild card there that we picked up, and I like that for the depth that he gives. But I hope that Travius Hodges-Tomlinson or Trey Tomlinson, LaDainian Tomlinson's nephew, I believe, starts over Darion Kendrick. But if not, we'll see how they play, and then Sean McVay will move him around as he needs. At safety, we're going to have Jordan Fuller and John Johnson III. No surprises there. I'm very excited to have John Johnson III back. And then Quentin Lake, Rusty's backing him up. And then Jason Taylor II, the rookie, backing him up there. So, basically there's a lot of... The only thing that I kind of disagree with on their starters is Darion Kendrick for Travius Hodges-Tomlinson, and then possibly Kobe Turner for Bobby Brown III. He is a rookie, so he might have to just wait a bit, but we'll have to see. And then also, possibly Puka Nacua and Ben Skoranek because of Cooper Kupp. So we'll have to see what happens, but hopefully Kevin Dotson can slide into that starting spot in the next couple of weeks. But that's going to be what I think the depth chart is going to be for the Rams. For kicker, technically we don't have one signed to the team right now, but it's going to be Brett Maher, who we just picked up. He's on the he's on the practice squad right now. They'll slide him into the kicker position at some point this week. Ethan Evans, who's a great punter, great rookie. But that's pretty much what our depth chart is going to be looking like. What do you guys think about this? Do you have any comments on what I said or kind of difference of opinions? Let me know in the comment section below. Other than that, I will see you guys in the next video. Leave a like and subscribe. Peace.